Good morning. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. It's Wednesday. What is the date? The 26th? Yes, the 26th of March. How is everybody? I hope you get your notification. I hope you can join me today. I have a card that I'm really excited to share with you. Again, it's not a hard card. It's a standard card, but I think it's just filled with beauty. So I hope you feel the same way. A couple of little techniques I'm going to share. It's 9:30 now, so I am just going to get started. This card was designed for a downline of mine. Her name is Jeanette, and she promoted. And so, hi, Karen. So I took her out to dinner last night. Hi, Debbie. And you saw the little video. Hi, Bev. She's been working. Hi, Carol. She's been working really, really, really hard. And so I wanted to make something very special for her. I also bought her a stamp set that she picked out, and I gave it to her early because she had a class yesterday afternoon and she wanted to use it. And she was very excited. And now that she sees this card, she is loving this bundle as well. Hi, Andrea. So welcome all of you. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spring day here in California. I don't know what the temperature is off the top of my head, but it feels like it's probably in the mid 70s or so. And I just can't wait to get out there and enjoy the sunshine. Okay, let me turn you down and let's get started. I'm so glad I can see the comments today. That is such a trip, how that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Marie, how are you, my dear? Okay, let's see if it'll zoom now. All right. Ooh, that's kind of close, but if you would please sprinkle. Hey, I got a little story to tell you. I just popped in my mind when I said share, sprinkle, share. As we were walking into the, oh, good, Karen. Hi, Vicki. As we were walking to the restaurant, I parked the car, and Jeanette and I were walking to the restaurant, and there's Starbucks right next door, right? And so there was a beautiful evening, and there was two ladies sitting out of Starbucks under an umbrella at the table. They're having their coffee. And both of us, Jeanette and I, walked by, and one of the girls, her name is Stacy. Now I know her. She says, "Oh my gosh." And we looked over at her. She goes, "I love your bag." It was the Stampin' Up bag that we earned if we went to on stage. And so I was carrying that, and she loved it so much. So I stopped and I showed it to her, and we talked about its design and everything. And I told her that it was a business bag that I was given from my business. And she said, "Well, what's your business?" And so I told her about a little bit of a snippet about Stampin' Up. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love to make cards. Are you kidding me? Where can I find you?" I said, "Facebook and YouTube." And I told her about open house this Thursday, and Stacy and her friend Karen. And as we were talking, Karen said, "Oh my gosh, I love your dress." They were so sweet. So Stacy is coming, and they're going to RSVP via email. And then she said, "Karen, you want to come too?" And Karen said, "I sure do." So hopefully I have two new friends just because they liked my Stampin' Up bag. Can you believe that? I can. It happens often, but yeah, it was pretty fun. Good morning, Lynn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so anyway, that was my little story. Here is my March host code if you place an order with me. Now, don't forget, we're getting towards the end of the month. Don't forget, if you place a $30 plus or $30 or more order with me during the month of March, it is my 30-year anniversary. So I'm going to give somebody, some lucky winner, randomly drawn from all the orders that I get, a $30 credit. Yes. So please place an order with me if you want to try to earn that $30 credit. It's a good time, and good luck. Here's where you can shop with me. This is my website. So Stacy and Karen, if you're watching, here is my website. And then I also have a YouTube channel that is just my name. And then here is my email if you need to ask me any questions or you want to talk to me about anything. I see email really quickly and respond. All right, let's get down to business. This set, Grow with Love, my manager Karen purchased it for me as an award, reward for my 30-year anniversary, and the dies. Oh, I have used, I think this is the first time ever that I have used every single die in the die set already. I am in absolute love with this set for many reasons. I love herbs. I love gardening. I love how they've made masculine cards for me. I love the outline frame. I love the sentiments, everything. You are on my mind. People can be on your mind all the time, so this is perfect. Growing with love and time. The theme of this card, I'm going to just tell you right now. It was a gift for Jeanette, right? So I want to make sure that all my downline knows that if they want a business with Stampin' Up! Under me, that everything takes time. So that's what I wrote at the bottom of Jeanette's card. And you can grow with your love of whatever you're doing. So I just love those two sentiments. Well, this is the herb, but I'm doing a play on words with this, because let's think about it. You could send a card to a student that's going through college or high school or hard times, and it comes with time. Improving your home comes with time. Growing your business comes with time. Everything, knowing the Lord better and better, comes with time. So this stamp, I can see it used over and over and over for all the situations. Anything, here's the one I love. Anything worth doing takes time. Do you agree? This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Throw me some hearts if you agree with that, and you can see how versatile this stamp is going to be. Okay, let me show you the card that I made last time with this, and everybody agreed, and I used the new in color. Everybody agreed that this color is beautiful, and it made this card look so classic and masculine. It's called Secret Sea, and I was just looking at the coordinating cardstock, and you can see a lot more of the deep, deep, dark blue, sea blue in the cardstock than you may on camera here. But I just want to remind you of this card that I made at the last live. Okay, so we're going to compare the card I made for Jeanette. Actually, I should have worn my dress. I have a dress that has this pattern on it. But look at this card. Remember, I talked about this bundle having a seed packet. Hello, Anne, welcome. Here is the seed packet. The little flap is underneath there. You could actually fill this little envelope, if you will, with whatever you like. Look at this black and vanilla ribbon. Grown with Love button. Our little bumblebees that are just the perfect size for this card. All the herbs sprouting out of the packaging. And look at this. Do you see this? Jeanette, if you watch the video, she looked at the card and I forget her exact reaction, but she was touching it and feeling it. It is a beauty, and it's very easy to make. And on the inside of this one, I just stamped time. So whoever wins this card can use can write whatever you want to say about taking time. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Lynn. I really, really love it a lot. And this pattern here, I have a dress like that. I should have worn it today to coordinate with this card, and I didn't think of it. Instead, I wore a polka dot. Okay, so let's get busy with this card. Let me move these out of the way. So I said I used the Grow with Love bundle. And what did I use to get that stripe on the envelope, on the seed packet? This is another online exclusive, painted stripes. So it's available right now. So if you want to get in on that chance to get a $30 credit with me, this is online exclusive right now, and the number is 165437. Now I used the Secret Sea ink. However, you can use your bright colors or your subtle colors or your regal colors, whatever you want. With this background stamp, you are going to get a beautiful stripe background. You could use markers and use different colors on each stripe, whatever you want to do. It's another very, very versatile stamp. You will need block F if you don't already have it, so you can mount your stamp to that block. Okay, and then of course if you noticed, I'll lay it down there again. The layer piece is again the textured notes dies, all those rectangles with the different edges on them. What is Bev saying? Love that painted stripe background stamp, and the new Secret Sea coordinates so well. Yes, I agree. It's beautiful. I used a ton. Just grab all the greens you have. So there's shaded spruce, mossy meadow, old olive, and garden green for the herbs, just to give a little variety of color. You'll see the different greens in there, or you could use all the same color. It's just a thought. So that's what I used for the color. You're going to need tear and tape mini glue dots and dimensionals, both mini and regular size. Also baker's twine and the black and cream or black and very vanilla ribbon. And the little bumblebees, what's their code? 164714. I need to buy more. I'm almost out. I love these little guys. When I first saw them, I thought, oh boy, those are tiny, but they're perfect. They're absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's get busy making this card. Here is some scrap basic beige for the layering of both the inside and the outside of the card, and for stamping. And then my card base is basic black. So this, again, do you agree, can be a masculine card? Even though it has a great big bow on it, it's you know, the colors of this. Now you can change this all up to pinks or purples or whatever, blues, and then it would change the whole look, but I think it can be used for a man this way. Now, because I've already cut this die out for you many times recently, I have those done already. And then this die here, you can see that I cut out with the gold foil paper. I cut that out in advance, and then I cut it in half so I can have two of these pieces for two different cards. Another card that I probably will be making a lot of. And then I have the same die, and I did this in the basic beige, but I'm going to stamp on this one because I want it to have the stripe. Let's look at the detail of this card. If you win this card, you're going to get to touch and feel and see all the detail. But see, that one has the black stripe in it, like this. Okay, so those are the pieces we need there. So let me start by cutting out the envelope seed packet and stamping that. I use this piece here. This is an 5.5 by 8.5. Yep, piece of regular cardstock, and this die fits on there perfectly, and you will have leftovers for stamping if need be. So I'm just going to tape that down because I don't want it to move. It's close to the edges. There's plenty of room, but I just don't want it to move. And then at this point, if you're making this card, you would also cut this out, and you could stamp and cut out some herbs too if you wanted to, but I want to concentrate on this right now. So let me get my cut and emboss machine. And if I didn't say hi and welcome, hello and welcome. so we're going to put this in, and then we've got our platforms 1, 2, and 3, and then our paper and die, and then another platform 3, clear acrylic, and we're rolling through the cut and emboss machine. Okay, I'm going to bring it back and use it again in a minute, but right now we're going to concentrate on this guy. Okay. So here is this darling, darling envelope. I just love this type of thing. Okay, I'm going to just tear this off so I can use this scrap as well. All right, so let's get my background stripe stamp. It is called Painted Stripes. And again, there's the code. And I'm going to turn it on its back. And I'm going to take the Secret C ink pad and open it up all the way and lay it on the stamp. And I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper right here to use. A piece of regular printer paper right here to use. Okay. So first thing you got to know about this stamp. When you ink it up, you're going to see some lighter spots and some darker spots. That is the stamp. It is beautiful. When it stamps, you'll have automatic light and dark. So the reason I'm telling you that is because right here, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I can't ink that up. Look, I try and it won't ink up. No, it's inked up. It's just a look that you're going to get. Same with down here. Some of it's darker, some of it's lighter, and it's in there. I'm calling it like little pixels. They're inked up. So that's the look. Then you're going to lay your, this is the bottom flap. No, that's the top flap. This is the bottom flap. So you're going to lay this is the front, onto your stamp, and you don't need to get the bottom flap or the top flap. You definitely don't need to get the bottom flap because it's going to be folded up and you won't see it. And the top flap, you're going to see a little bit, so I'll get most of that. And then I'm going to place the paper on top. You won't see a lot of the flap. You're going to see the inside is what you're going to see, and that's going to be plain. So I'm just laying the paper over the top, and I'm making sure to rub all over the stamp so I can get a good image onto my envelope. Okay. Then you're going to pull this off and look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Hi, Susan. Hi, Trina. Welcome, everybody. This is your first time here. Let us know. I don't think I've seen Trina's name or Susan's name before. So welcome, welcome. Hope you come back. And now I'm just cleaning off my stamp. That's a dark color, and I want to get the stamp clean so I can use it on with another color later. Not later on this live, just later in life. Okay. So let's put my stamp away and let's go to this envelope now. So now here's the bottom flap, and we're going to fold that over and take our bone folder, and we're going to burnish. Then we're going to take the tear and tape. Oh, you also need liquid glue. I didn't say that. It wasn't in my pile. And we're going to just tear some tape there and burnish. And then we're going to fold both the sides over and burnish. And burnish. Now I'm going to clean my hands because this is a new stamp pad and I see I'm getting ink on my fingers, and this card is way too beautiful to mess up, so I'm going to clean my hands real quick. Okay. So now we're going to use the back of the envelope on the front of the card. See how you can see this is where everything closes up, because I want to use the pocket. So you know that you pull off this tear and tape, and this can go down. So we're going to need more tear and tape on one of the sides so it can stick to this side. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Just place as close to the edge as you can, and you don't need full coverage, just a good little length. And burnish. Hello, Mary Jo. All right, so let's pull off the protective backing and set that down. Pull off the protective backing and set that down. We have the cutest darn little envelope that's going to be used for so many different things. Okay, let's decorate that envelope. Close my stamp pad and get my ribbon. You're going to need approximately 24 inches. So I go across my glass mat the whole way. That's about 15 inches. And then I go another 9 or so. We want a long piece. So whatever that adds up to. But I'm guessing about 24 inches would be good. Okay. And we're going to double this long piece. And then we're going to bring it underneath the envelope. And we want to do this before we put the envelope on the card because it's going to be glued down and you want to be able to get your ribbon underneath, right? So now I'm going to bring it around and tie a double bow. Another Susan, and hi Shelly. Lots of new people showing themselves today. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's get this ribbon tied. This one's a lot shorter than my original, so I prefer the longer ribbon. So I'm going to measure this so you know to go a little longer. I don't want you to get it too short. So this is 13, 26. Okay, so let's do 28 inches. But I'm going to use this one, and whoever wins it can choose the shorter ribbon or the longer ribbon. See how this is going to be longer. Hi, Janet. Hi, Carrie. Oh, my goodness, so many new girls. Welcome. Okay, so there we go. Now, all my ladies that watch me all the time know my next step. I pull down the length of the legs on my bows, my double bows, and then I take the loops and I pounce on them, and that helps separate the ribbon without much fuss, and it helps pull it tighter. Now there's a little loop right here because it's doubled, so we want to, let's angle cut this by pressing it down tightly and cutting it both at the same time. Okay. All right. Now because this is shorter ribbon, I'm going to cut this one a little bit shorter as well. So just get it to look how you want it to look. All right, so now we're going to take the baker's twine. I didn't measure that, but I will for you. 9 inches approximate. Well, that's what I have here, 9 inches. We're going to go under the bow. And we're just going to tie a knot, so that's easy peasy. Try to keep the knot in the center of this knot. And then I'm going to tie another knot because I don't want it to go anywhere. So double knot there. And then we have these legs hanging with the baker's twine, and that's where we're going to place the bees. So I'm going to cut this down a little bit shorter. And I want one shorter than the other. Then I'm going to go to my mini glue dots. Let's clean up my mess here. Isn't that the most darling envelope? So I've got some mini glue dots here. Go to my little bees. I better order 2 packs next time. And I'm going to place them on a mini glue dot. Now the mini glue dot's slightly larger than the bee, but they fold over, so no worries. And take a little bee off, fold under the excess, and stick it right on the end, and press with your pointer finger and your thumb onto the baker's twine. Now, because there's a mini glue dot there, you just press lightly and it will stay on the envelope wherever you want it to stay. Same thing. Let's fold it under. Find the other little leg. Press with your fingers tight, tight, tight. And then set it where you'd like it to be. Okay, that looks good to me like that. So cute. Okay. Now we're going to put this aside and we're going to go to our scrap. What did I do with my big scrap? Good grief. I have a big scrap here. Okay, we're just going to go to this scrap for now. And I'm going to take the mint and the garden green. And you don't have to do these exact colors with the herbs. Just whatever color you have in green. And I'm going to stamp this right here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I'm going to take the next color, Old Olive. And I'm going to stamp the basil. Leave some space because I have to cut them out with a die. So pretty. I think, let's see if this will fit. Yeah, I think the rosemary will fit because it's going to cut off the words anyway. So the next color is Mossy Meadow that I'm using. So I don't need the words, so that's good right there. Use up all this paper since the price has gone up, right? And then we have the thyme. Oh, I just love the thyme. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside because I need to cut it out. I need some more scrap paper. Because I lost my sheet I had. I'll find it as soon as this live is over. You watch. Still looking, one more chance. Nope, nope, nope. Don't see it. Okay. Okay, so I need the thyme. So I have all the herbs in the stamp set, and then I need this cute little Grown with Love, but I want to do that in the Secret Sea color. And again, it's going to be cut out with a die, so you need to have room around it. I know, Lynn, the little bees are just so adorable. Anybody that gets the little bees, like I said, I've used 2 packs already, and I'm going to order 2 more packs because if they discontinue, you know, we'll be sad. So you'll have quite a few. There's a lot in the pack. So here's all the dies that go with these herbs and the circle. So let's place the circle down. And again, I'm going to tape it down. Don't want it to move. And then the thyme, just trying to get it. Now the other day when I was making this card for Jeanette, I had a hard time lining this one up. Is it the wrong one? I don't think so. Oh, hello. Yes, it is. That's what I was doing wrong. I was using the wrong die. I'm like, why won't this line up good? Okay, so that's the time. And then we're going to come to the mint. And the basil. I know, Stephanie. Hi, Melody. I'm telling you, I love it. You're like, yeah, Bev, you love it all. Well, true. That's why I'm a demonstrator. But this one, special. Okay, so these are all on the paper. Let's get them cut out now. I'm gonna cut this off so I can fit it all on my machine at one time. And more scrap to save. Okay, so there we go. And run it through. All righty, here we go. Let's make this thing beautiful. Here's my little circle. Have a little dish close by you so you can put your dies in it. And we're going to take this little circle, and I use 2 mini glue dots just because of the size of the circle. I want it to... Rose, welcome, Rose. I don't think I've seen your name before either. Welcome, welcome. And let's put this down. Well, Stephanie, it's top of your list. You and I are both gardeners. So, we like to garden. So we like herbs and flowers and bushes and everything. Okay, so look at how cute. You can do anything with this now. A bunch of colorful flowers, not even the herbs. You can put flowers. You can put hearts. You could, whatever. I mean, it's just crazy. So let's take these apart. This is my 3rd card I've made like this exact design. One was for Jeanette. One was my prototype for this morning. I made it this morning because I was running behind and I didn't get it done last night, and it was so easy to get done this morning. It's a quick card for me. I think it's very simple. So when you can cut out a lot of the things at one time, it just makes it so nice. So decide what you want to show in the front. And make sure when you're doing this, we're doing it on the card. Almost forgot to say that. Why? Because you don't want your herbs sticking out. Hi, Becky. Over the card so it doesn't fit in the envelope, right? So let's put the card base on the layer piece on the base. And then let's get the envelope on the card. See why you don't have to get all the way to the edge with that. But I also lined it up and stamped twice, and it was easy to line up if you do need the whole thing. Now I'm putting the bottom of the envelope right even with the stitching at the end of the rectangle because I don't want to hide that. I think it's so pretty. Hold it down there a minute and let it set up. While that's setting up, let's take the bottom one and our time again. I've got to clean it off because I stamped it in a green. You could stamp it in a green again if you want to for the inside of the card, but I want it to coordinate with everything else on the front of the card. So I'm just going to stamp, and I just love it. Everything takes time. It will happen in God's time. How many things can you think of where you talk about time? Time is on your side. Have a great time. Oh boy, on and on, right? Okay, let's get this in there. And then we'll go back to the envelope and fill it up. Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to start with this one. And you can see if these little voids here allow you to use them or not, if it will stay, won't go over the card. And that one does. So I'm going to look at this area here, and I'm going to just put a little bit of glue. I'm putting glue on the front because I want it to stick to the back of the envelope, to the inside of the envelope, because it keeps it raised that way. Okay, nice. Now this one can go down in here, and I kind of like it stuck down to the envelope lid, so I'm going to put glue on the back. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I love it when you love it. All right, now these two little guys, maybe we should have them raised a little bit. So you could either put glue on the front, save your mini glue dots, and stick it to this one. Let's do that. Oh, Cookie, I'm so glad you love it. Okay, I'm going to press down on the first herb, and because the glue is on the front of this one, it's just going to pick it up together. See that? All right, so then this one, you weren't stuck down yet. Did I put glue on you? Yeah. Okay, you just weren't dry. Okay, and then this one, let's put some glue. Awesome card. Thank you, Marie. And press down. Oop, I don't want to hide too much of that back herb. So let's twist it. There we go. And that makes the envelope full this way. Okay, so that's pretty. I think it's pretty. But those two little, I forgot to stamp this one. I was going to stamp it at the same time as I stamped this. Okay, so I'll do that real quick. But look at this. Here's this gold piece. And come here, stamp. I need you again. Same process. Don't need the whole stamp, obviously. Lay it there. Scrap paper, that's just so you don't get ink all over your hands. Look at that, so pretty. Can you imagine? Okay, I can just imagine these or other banners that are even longer in different colors layered on the front of a card. Oh, yeah. Another stamp you gotta get, I know. All right. So, again, I can cut this one a little bit longer than half. Don't need the whole thing, and then I can use this side for the next time. And then this one's already cut in half. So I'm going to layer them together just to save some time. Hi, Lori. Thank you. I'm glad you're here too. And I'm just going to take my paper snips and I'm going to cut thin shreds. Just like this. I just wanted something behind the herbs that would shine, cause some texture, cause an inquisitive look. It's exactly what I got. Jeanette was just fussing with this little fringe here like I do. And then I just kind of like do this. It separates them. And then you can discreetly place them. Okay, if this is too long, snip it. And discreetly place this in for some fringe like that. Okay, I want to move this way just a tad. The glue lets me do that. I love that glue. All right. Remember, we can't pop out past the card, remember, so that's all I'm doing. Okay, let's do this again. And either behind, I think I want it in front of the black. And alternate the petals, if you will, a little bit. Pull it out just enough so it's peeking and it intrigues someone. All right, so all we have to do, that glue is well, that's kind of a good thing because I want that on top of these. So that glue, for some reason, it keeps popping off. So let's do this. Put these together, and I'm going to angle them just a little bit. Hi, Jeanette. Now, this is a different Jeanette. Jeanette Lawson is a different person. Welcome. Okay, now I can't stick my fingers in there because it's full of everything. Where's my bone folder? There it is. So I'm going to press with that. Okay, then I'm going to fuss with this again. Okay. Just didn't put enough glue, I guess. Let's put this one back. And look at that. Look at that card. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Thank you to all the new ladies that were here. Thank you to all the ladies that are always here. Thank you to those who watch my replay when you can. Leave a comment because I'm going to watch the replay. And one of the comments is going to get a comment back to them that says, you are the winner of this card. And if I do not have you as a customer, that means I do not have your address. You can email me right here, mofun44@icloud.com. Snapshot that. So you can email me your address and you can have this card sent to you. I see a question. It's not a question. What a great design. Thank you, Lynn. I just adore this bundle. Beyond. I can't express how much. I'm going to show you 2 cards made with it, totally different, except I'm using the same inks and the same cardstocks on both of them, the basic beige. I know, Debbie, and it's a good time to get it because then you will be entered in the drawing and possibly win a $30 credit from me. So yeah, they're online exclusives. Grow with love. That's what it looks like. And the dies cut out this and all the herbs and this, and then beautiful, beautiful sentiments. And then the painted stripes, also an online exclusive. But here's the numbers again, 165437. The bundle, I didn't put the number of the bundle on here, so go ahead and just type in Grow with Love bundle, and then the number will come up. And you can get both of these. And I'm promising you, you're going to be very, very, very happy. Now, remember this also, the corrugated folder. Everything's so gorgeous. All right. Take care. No more questions? All right. God bless you all. Bye-bye.